Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the channel for all peoples. This is Brother Henry Hank Soul Conscious, number 4400 or 4400. Back in time with another pristine, fine, genuine new video. Uh, Back in this online zone, delivering a crisp new informational video like a cool right out the machine ice cream cone. Peace and blessings to every man, woman, and child of any persuasion, background, or positive mind, all walks of life. Special shout out to Spirit of Truth, Paul DeMercado, Justin Romaine, um, you know, everyone who has recently subscribed and supports the channel, Nicole Lewis, you know, uh, and Vector 313 and all the other positive ones. Even though I may not have time to mention you all, you're all equally important in your own way. We value you. Without you, there is no channel. Remember to check the previous series for important announcements, the captions. So let's not waste any time. We're going to dive right into today's topic, continuing this mini series. This is part three. I'm going to be wrapping this up about some of the reasons, historical and other reasons and factors, in addition to background, race, and demographics, like in the first two parts. Remember, we went over the most recent empirical evidence from the Department of Labor's own statistics, so no one can try to accuse us of being unfair, biased, or that we're making this up off the top of our head. If you go back to part one of the series where I was showing you the Department of Labor website, the most recent information gathered from the years 2015 through 16, um, as you can see, the unemployment rate by ethnicity and background for for blacks, Hispanics, and others compared to their white counterparts is significantly higher. Especially if you come from a low income or demographic background. I think that part of the reasons, if you study the most recent decades of history, as we all know, some of the factors that have caused employment to be more decent and well-paying employment in America, not just the population explosion, the increase of people unfortunately requiring assistance from welfare, the ridiculous rise of inflation and stuff, cost of living, from the late 70s, early 80s up through now, the last generation and a half or two, so approximately from 35, 40 to about 42 years or so, 45 years if we want to say a range of about 35 to 45 years if we want to round it up somewhat or slightly. Um, we've seen a lot of the manufacturing. There was a time, when America was mostly, we used to make more of our stuff here. But after, especially after the late 70s, early 80s, we've shifted from being what we used to be most somewhat of a more of a manufacturing nation, assembly line nation, to now where it's like we don't really make as much stuff here. The last time I checked, most recent statistics, only about a third or less of the stuff that we actually use is even made here anymore. So we're so dependent on these foreign countries. We've outsourced a lot more than we could or should have. Unfortunately we've gotten involved in a lot of trade deals with benefit other countries but don't benefit or spur economic growth here. In addition, we've had an influx of single parent homes in many demographics, particularly non-white, like Hispanic, Black, and other non-white communities, which has forced to put a lot more pressure on us in the workplace, because now a lot of single mothers and fathers with children, dependent children and young ones, have to enter the workplace, which puts more strain on us having to create jobs for that demographic, as well as older people that have to work longer because the cost of living is so ridiculously high. They have to save more to retire. And you know, trade deals, outsourcing over the years. Also the fact that, more and more people from abroad and internationally are coming into the country. So now we're, in addition to competing with applicants domestically, now that we're living in the information age, we're competing more with international people and immigrants as well. So all of these things have put a strain. Obviously, in some ways, the American economy is not what it used to be. I remember back in the day, you could go to the supermarket and get like a whole cart of stuff for what it cost you, just to barely fill your cart half or quarter way now. I mean, whoever thought that we would come to a day where you'd be paying over $2, $3, $4 and up just for a little bit, a small pack or loaf of bread? Or I remember when you could buy about 2 boxes or more of cereal for what it cost just to buy one or two now. So, anyway, not rambling on, just giving some concrete empirical examples and evidence. These combined with the societal changes, with the cultural changes, with you know, the lesbian, gay, and transgender people entering the community to support themselves as that population has grown more since the late 70s, early 80s now significantly. The last time I checked, I think they now make up over 35 to 40 some percent of our population. They're also a big force to be reckoned with politically. Both major parties, even as some of the independent and smaller parties, depend considerably somewhat on those communities' votes. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this mini series. This has been part three. Some of the reasons why it is becoming more and more difficult to find work in America. We in our communities, we need to try to come up with, brainstorm and try to come up with concrete ways that we can combat this drastic need for people. Because not everyone is cut out to be a doctor, lawyer, their own entrepreneur. There's always going to be a certain segment of people that are just going to need regular jobs and careers. Like I said, some people may have the skill and ability, but they may not be mentally able or want to be bothered with the hassle of running their own business. That's just how it is. Some people love the challenge and the excitement of being their entrepreneur, and some people, they're content just to have a normal job or career or non-traditional job or career, or even if a work at home type thing or independent contractor. But even some of them that are independent contractors, they want to do a solo thing, but not necessarily a full-blown business. So not every independent contractors necessarily has to be a full blown business. So, with that being said, whose feedback is most important is you, the viewers. Like, share, subscribe, bubble in the bell to be notified of future videos. What's your perspective? Add your comments, your thoughts, your perspectives. What do you think are some of the additional causes that's caused it to be so difficult to find work in this country? It's really a shame. It's something that we really need to address. What are some of your ideas, thoughts, and perspectives that we could do to try to improve job creation, and what we could be doing to help make it easier to find work? Because let's face it, at the end of the day, we all have bills or loved ones to take care of. We all have to eat and put food on the table and subsist in this world. And if you're not rich or well off and making over 6, 7 figures or above, if you're not on the list of the world's top richest or well off people, if you're just the everyday career person like you and me that have to live from paycheck to paycheck or thinking about becoming your own entrepreneur, it's getting rougher and rougher to make ends meet all the time. So with that being said, if you have a positive cause or something, or your own channel or something you're involved in, or program or effort, whether it be on YouTube or off YouTube, and you want me to share or spread the word, let me know. Email me or leave a comment with the information. I'll be more than happy to do what I can, as long as it's something positive. And I hope that you'll do the same for me. Like, share, subscribe. Even if this channel isn't for you, it may be a benefit to someone you know. So please make a a note of it. With that being said, remember to think right, reflect right, do right, be right, live right, or something, regardless of order. Though it's very, add that to your arsenal. It's important and very helpful, I hope, if you find that beneficial. I will see you guys in the next one. I wish you all the best in life. Remember, positivity over negativity. Thanks for joining us for another important and informational episode. I believe this is approximately episode number 67 or 68 of the channel. For all peoples, spread the word. Be well, take care of yourselves, and until next time, peace, peace, peace.